Hello there. As you can see from the shirt that I am wearing, I visited a record store. I'm not often in Bloomington, Illinois, and I probably won't be for a while. So I thought it would be kind of nice to hit a record store since I had some time to kill while we were here, because with COVID, there's nothing else to do, and spend some of my hard-earned money. And then I thought I'd make a quick video and show what I got and why. And I was very proud that the record store guy who was playing the Super Suckers the entire time I was there, which is the sign of a quality record store, uh, he uh, he commented on my eclectic taste, so that makes me happy. Anyway, in no particular order, I will say before I do anything, I first hit a Barnes and Noble and picked up a book that a friend of mine, John Wiederhorn, wrote. John and I go a long way back. We were at Woodstock together, not 69, not the one where it burned the place to the ground, but the one in between where Green Day came to had their coming out party, and I think a few other notable things happened. But anyway, so I bought this book showing solidarity with a friend I've known for many years, and I'm sure it will be good reading. But at the record store, I picked up the CD, Masters of Reality. This has got the most amazing song, She Got Me When She Got Her Dress On. And this is, stoner rock with Cream's Ginger Baker, which was always a bit weird, and it still maybe is. But I'd never had this on CD. I had an advance cassette a million years ago, so now I have it. This is something by a group named Boulder. It came out on TP Records in 2002. It was $6 and looked interesting, and I thought I would buy it. So we'll see if I like that when I get to play it. Pick this up. This is one of the things that died when my vinyl died. Ramones, end of the century. Kind of a classic. A infamous Phil Spector produced Ramones record. It did not make the band get huge, but it has many people who think it's one of the Ramones' best albums, actually. I still am partial to the first album and probably always will be, because it's important for me personally and important for rock and roll in general history. But now I can replace it with this. Mucky Pup. I have newer CDs of theirs, not very new, but more done, that were released after this one. This one has the infamous "Hippies Hate Water," which is absolutely hilarious, and they were always fun back in the day. So I needed to get this on CD. Some people may remember when Mucky Pup were put out the single for the Billy and the Boingers, I think it was. So those of you who remember that, good stuff. I may already have this. I think I do. It was $5, so if I do already have it, I'll give it to somebody. Screw. It is a 90s metal blade, industrial metal project that I like all of their stuff, and I'm pretty sure I already have it. It's Angel Seed, but when you have as many CDs as I do, you occasionally buy stuff that you already have. So if it turns out this is a duplicate, I would be happy to rehome it. This was $5. It was cheap. I've never heard it. Snatches of Pink, a Caroline product from '92. Looked interesting, and for only $5, I thought I'd give it a shot. And an old blast from the past, early grindy stuff from Impetago. This is an album that, this is the reissue on Razorback Records, and apparently they're from around these parts. When I brought it up to the counter, the record store guy was like, that was like pointing out people in the back, like that guy and that guy were at my wedding. So that explains why they had a rather healthy Impetago section at the record store. So those are the CDs. I also picked up some vinyl, which is a little out of character for me, but I thought it would be. I went through the section and found some stuff that I thought would be good because it was cheap. Before I get to that, I got an AC/DC sticker for my son Matt, who has the good sense to love AC/DC. So that's going to go back with me to Philly, and he will have that. For the vinyl, Babe Ruth, Canadian female-led hard rock, very heavy stuff. I have on CD the Babe Ruth with the Mexican on it, which is fantastic, and everyone should have it. This is the one which has a fistful of dollars on it, and as well as original stuff that they do. It's kind of proggy, but more heavy than proggy, I would say. And Chuck Eddy introduced me to Babe Ruth a long time ago, so it's nice to get something from them. Because it was only $2.98, I picked up this relatively random Black Oak, Arkansas record. It has Hot and Nasty and When Electricity Came to Arkansas on it, and those are some choice Black Oak, Arkansas cuts, so that's going to be fun to play loud and scare the neighbors. I love this album cover. I'll let you see if you can see it there. It looks basically like a shit kickers redneck Mad Max thing going on there. I'm sure Jim Dandy approves of everything I just said. This is interesting. This is a group named The Brood. I have a cassette, or had a cassette, where a friend of mine lent me a whole bunch of Christian rock at the time when I was in high school and dating a Christian girl, and her brother was a rock and drummer Christian dude, and I think that this is The Brood, because there's a guy in the band with a big old cross hanging on his stuff, but maybe it's not. I don't know. It's on Profile in '84. And the logo was designed by Pusshead. So, I don't know. But it was $7. So I thought, if it's my Brood, okay. But if it's not that Brood that I remember, that's okay too. All right. This one is funny. Stars on 45 medley. This, way back when I kept track of the American Top 40 with Casey Kasem counting it down, this came on the charts, the medley, the Beatles medley, and it actually was the #1 record in America for 1 week. And I always thought it was as an 11 or 12-year-old, I guess it came out as of the year 81. So I was 12 when this came out. And as a 12-year-old with really no guidance to speak of other than whatever Casey Kasem told me, I thought this was wonderful. And, just take the Beatles, add a disco beat to it. It was basically all it was. And I thought it was wonderful when I was 12 years old. And I used to have this on vinyl before my vinyl died. So for $4, fuck yeah. This is something by Lucifer's Friend. Lucifer's Friend put out a bunch of records that look, with album covers that make them look like they should be far more evil than they are. But they're still interesting, and I have some of them. I don't know anything about this one. It's a 1980 Elektra release, and the album cover is not at all scary or creepy. And the song titles don't exactly make me think of scary, evil things either. So I have no idea what this is going to sound like, but it was $5, and it mentions Lucifer. So, well, had to be done. I spent some time in Raleigh, North Carolina, and Let's Active were huge down there, and presumably still are among certain set. This is a 1983 EP, uh, jangle pop that uh, came around the same time that REM was doing their thing. In fact, Mitch Easter, one of the dudes in Let's Active, produced REM, their older stuff, and but they're interesting. And I used to have some Let's Active stuff, and now I've added this EP to my list for only $5. All right, if anyone can tell me what the fuck this is, that would be great. I bought this because this album cover, it's like, I'll just let you guys take it in here. It's called Hot Gossip Soul Warfare, and this just looks amazing. I have no idea what this sound. It's actually, I think, only like a 12-inch, and it was put out in 1981, and I don't really know what's going on there. We've got we've got like some black dudes holding up crosses and swords, and a bunch of really gothy chicks all up front. I mean, I'm not sure who is in the band. I'm not sure what's going on. But for $5, I was going to find out. And when I have my turntable with me, I will. Um, the Gore Hounds, they were put out on Big Chief Records, and I was actually friends with the Big Chief record people back in the day. They put out um, a couple of different things, um, and they. I'm now completely spacing on the big hit band that they had. And now I'm going to look it up serendipitously to make me seem not as dumb and not as dumb as I probably appear right now. Um, that was, thank you. Yeah, I'm so stupid. Agony Column. Yes, the Mighty Agony Column was released on the Mighty Agony Column was released on Big Chief Records. They also put out a few other things as well. Dead Horse was another one that they did. But anyway, this was something else that came out around that time, the Gore Hounds, which, based on the name, I don't remember what they sounded like. I'm hoping that there's some, like, Pogues inspired thrash metal, but I have no idea because it's been so long. But for $4, we'll revisit. A Jane Weedlin solo record I've never heard, because Jane is my favorite go-go. Love you, Jane. Love Jane. Um, I don't know why I bought this. I thought it would be funny. Jeffreya. They were a hair metal band from the days of hair metal, roaming the earth, and featured Greg Jeffreya and guitar god Craig Coldy. And anytime your band and is metallic-ish and is named after your keyboardist, it's probably a sign that you need a new band name or a new band. But for $4, I wanted to relive some of my pretty obscure 80s hair metal, which I grew up on. No idea what this is. This came out on Berserkly Records in 1977. It's called Earthquake, and it's a terrible album cover. The back, this is what these people look like. This is 1977. No idea what this is at all. If I had to guess, it looks like it would be kind of based on the time frame and the picture and the label, I'm going to assume it's sort of knack-ish stuff that straddles the line between like straightforward pop rock and that newfangled new wave attitude that was prevalent at the time. I have no idea. When I have a turntable in front of me, I will play it. And last but not least, a Mink Deville record. The only Mink Deville stuff I have is on like old CBGB's compilations because Mink Deville was one of the bands that came up in the new no wave scene of CBs. I believe, I don't know if Hilly managed them at one point. He isn't even listed on here as a thank you, although Amit Erdogan gets a thank you, so because it is an Atlantic release from 1981. But it was only $4, and you know they're pedigreed, so why not? So that was my time at the Bloomington Record Store, whose shirt I also own. For all the music and stuff, I dropped about $100. He said, "I'll just give it all for $100." All right, works for me. And then he threw in the AC/DC sticker for free for my kid. But he forgot to ring in my shirt, so that was another 15. So I dropped $115. You, the person who made it all the way to the end of this, can tell me if you think I got anything good. Bye.